Star Wars is back on the big screen where it belongs. Finally, after 7 years of no new film, we are back with The Mandalorian and Grogu. I've just seen it, and I just wanted to make this video to share my thoughts on how I felt with the film. Being a big Star Wars fan for majority of my life, I would say this was really special for me, and I love the Mandalorian TV show. I love season 1 and 2. Season 3 is a bit iffy, but I got teary-eyed at the start. I'm not even ashamed to admit, but I did get teary-eyed at the start of the film when the Mandalorian theme song was happening. It just was so special for me personally, just to hear that theme song, all the action going on, the speakers blaring. Oh, it was just beautiful for me, honestly. I know that sounds weird, but it really was. It just was a special moment for me. In case you couldn't tell, I did really dig this film. It's much, much better than the prior Star Wars film we got, and it's much better than season 3 of Mandalorian. Right off the bat, a massive positive for me with this film is the fact that Grogu is still a puppet like in the TV show. The team behind the robotics that power Grogu have done an insane job throughout the years that he has existed to be able to sell this creature to us. And I think Star Wars really excels at the practical effects. They always have. And I appreciate the fact that this team behind this film are still using practical effects where they can. Sometimes though, Star Wars does use CGI, and there is CGI used in this film, and it didn't feel bad at all. All the CGI looked really good, I felt, and I really appreciated that it was a mix of both practical and CGI, and it worked seamlessly together. The fight scenes and the choreography for the shootouts and the hand-to-hand combat was much better, I felt, than the season 3 of Mandalorian TV show. They were engaging, they were entertaining. I was always excited to see it happen, and I felt like they really moved up in the world this time compared to season 3 of the TV show, and so that was just really good to see. Pedro Pascal is back as the Mandalorian. He does a great job with the voice work as always, but this time as well, he's also in the suit a lot more than what he was in the TV show, so I really appreciated that. I loved how much Grogu was used in the film. I don't want to go into too many spoilers because the film just came out, but there was a part of the film where Mandalorian was incapacitated and Grogu just had to go save him, and it was really cool to see, and the puppetry behind him was just so good. And shout out the team behind Grogu that do the puppetry, because it is so believably realistic. It's so charming and cute, and it just works incredibly well. Man, it was so cool seeing Embo. He is one of my favorite bounty hunters in Star Wars, and to see him brought into live action for the first time was just really cool. Sigourney Weaver is in this film, and she is criminally underutilized, unfortunately. I wish they gave her more to do. I know she's part of the New Republic and she's sort of a high-ranking officer, but I just wish that they just gave her more. It just was a bit disappointing. Star Wars is no stranger to bringing animated characters into live action, but one that they brought into this film, which I never ever expected, was Rota the Hutt. Rota is Jabba's son, and he is played by Jeremy Allen White. And I thought that Jeremy Allen White did a really good job playing Rota well. I grew up with the Clone Wars TV show where Rota was introduced, and to see him in live action was just really quite nice, actually. I know Star Wars does that with a lot of their characters now, but I think that the translation from animated project into live action project worked really well for me. Zeb is also in this film from Star Wars Rebels. I mean, I like Star Wars Rebels. I'm not a massive fan of it, but it was cool seeing Zeb back. I know they had Zeb in season 3 of Mandalorian, I believe, but to see him in the live action film was really cool. And I really appreciated the fact that they did bring him back and actually gave him something to do with Mandalorian as well. The story was serviceable. It felt like episodes of a potential Mandalorian season 4 sort of stitched together. It wasn't anything groundbreaking or large scale like we've come to expect from Star Wars, but it felt like it was a great starting point for, hopefully, a resurgence of Star Wars back in the cinemas. I did enjoy seeing callbacks to prior Mandalorian seasons, as well as Star Wars as a whole. Like, I won't spoil anything too much, but this is in the trailer. But for instance, in the gladiator pits, the monsters that they are fighting are actually the hollow chess pieces of the game that Chewie and C-3PO are playing in A New Hope, and as well as the pattern on the ground in the gladiator pits is actually the hollow chest pattern. So that was just really cool. Just little things like that that you pick up on as a Star Wars fan. I did appreciate that. I'm hoping that they do continue along with the Mandalorian story. I don't know where they go from here, because they can't keep going down the track they are. They need to give Mando some characterization. I know we had stuff in season 1 and slightly in season 2. Season 3 and this film, there wasn't much to work with. And obviously with Grogu being a silent protagonist as well, there's not much you can do with him. So it solely relies on Mando to carry that sort of emotional weight. And it's okay to have characters like that. It can absolutely work. But to have that as your sole focus of the film, and especially after years of seeing this same character over and over again, it can feel a little bit repetitive. So I'm hoping that maybe in the future they give Mando maybe another person to work with or something along those lines that can have those emotional moments with him, and then keep Mandalorian the way he is as well. How can I not mention the soundtrack to this film? Oh my God. I know it's Ludwig Göransson and he does the TV show amongst all these other projects that are just amazing. But this time, it just felt so much more grand because it was a film. You get the bangers back from the TV show with the Mandalorian theme song and then that motif coming back in other pieces of music in the film. But there is also some new bangers. I've seen everyone talk about it on social media and do heaps of reaction videos to it and dance videos, because there's one song in particular that is, it's so good. It's really fitting to the story, but also really funky. And his music just really works for the crime-ridden, gritty underworld of Star Wars. And I'm really hoping that if they do more Mandalorian projects, that he is back to doing the music as well for it. Overall, I'm really happy with this movie. It has its problems, particularly with the characterization of Mando and the story feeling like multiple episodes of a potential season 4 of Mando being stitched together. But I enjoyed my time with it. And I think at the end of the day, Star Wars is back on the big screen. And for me, I'm really happy about that. I'm really excited for the future of Star Wars. I know with the Starfighter coming out next year, we do have another Star Wars film, but I hope Disney does more, because Star Wars belongs on the big screen. Those are just some of the thoughts I had on the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I know this isn't a traditional review like I normally do, but I just wanted to make a video on it because I just love Star Wars so much. If you've seen the film, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear them. Let me know in the comments below. And I want to hear as well, what is your favorite Star Wars project? Because I love talking about Star Wars so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.